My mom always told me to keep a low profile outside and not cause trouble. So I lived carefully, trying to stay invisible, until the school's most popular boy confessed his feelings to me. That was the beginning of my nightmare. Chloe, the school beauty, got jealous. She gathered her little clique and started bullying me. I tried to resist. But the more I resisted, the harsher they became. Chloe's group began threatening me, saying they would force me to drop out, that they would destroy my family, and ruin everything I had. My mom was just a tofu seller. My dad had long disappeared. One day, Chloe even brought people to smash my mom's tofu stall. That was when a man in a suit appeared. His aura was cold and oppressive. "Sophia," he said in a low voice, "if you let me deal with the demons who bullied your daughter, then you must remarry me." It turned out, my father was Alexander, a man who controlled both the underworld and high society in Jing Harbor. "Slut. You dare secretly seduce Jason? You're nothing but a filthy maggot crawling in the mud." Chloe cornered me in the bathroom. Her followers yanked my hair, beating my face with a dirty toilet mop. All because Jason confessed to me. Chloe began tormenting me relentlessly. She was still young, yet her methods were vicious. She accused me of stealing her necklace. Because of her false accusation, my award for excellent scholarship was revoked. That scholarship would have saved my mom from months of early mornings and late nights selling tofu. But Chloe didn't stop there. She secretly took photos of me talking with my neighbor, Daniel, and spread them online, slandering me as if I were doing shameful business. The school claimed I had brought a terrible influence and cancelled my guaranteed admission to a top university. Chloe stripped me of my dignity and crushed my pride. "Chloe, you'll face retribution for everything you've done," I shouted through tears. "You little bitch," Chloe sneered. "You're nothing but a whore who seduces men. Your mother is just a filthy tofu seller. People like you, low-class, dirty, cheap, I have nothing to fear." Chloe investigated my background. She found out my mom raised me alone, scraping by selling tofu. I had no one to rely on. "Fortune changes hands," I told her, trembling but firm. "You'll pay for your cruelty, this world will give you what you deserve." But the sharp pain of my hair being yanked brought me back to reality. If it weren't for Jason's meaningless confession that sparked Chloe's jealousy, I would still have my scholarship and my future. "I'm so scared," Chloe mocked. "Jason must have been blind to ever like you. But don't worry, he already sees your true face. He's keeping his distance." She smirked, her words cutting like knives. "You dare touch the man I want, Emily? That's not enough, I'll destroy everything you care about." Her lackeys pinned down my arms. Chloe kicked my knee hard and raised a sharp knife. "Let's ruin that pretty face of yours. Let's see how you seduce men after that." "You venomous snake," I spat, "you don't deserve anyone's true love." I fought back the only way I could. I lowered my head and rammed into Chloe's stomach with all my strength. Chloe screamed in rage, her face twisting, and she slapped me hard. The bitter taste of blood spread in my mouth. "You think anyone's coming to save you? When you offend me, it's not just your face, it's your pathetic mom too. Neither of you will have peace." Clutching her stomach, Chloe grabbed my hair and stomped her high heel into my abdomen viciously. The pain made my vision blur, but I couldn't collapse. I had lost everything already, but I could never lose my mom. "Please," I begged. "Don't hurt my mom. You can do whatever you want to me, just spare her." Chloe laughed coldly. "Too late, Emily. You're just a bastard nobody wanted. Your dad abandoned you both. What a shame, I bet the sight of your whole family kneeling and begging would be unforgettable. My dad was always a forbidden subject at home. But recently, I'd seen a suited man with bodyguards enter my mom's shop. That night, I caught her crying alone in her room. That man, could he be my father? But Mom refused to acknowledge him. I raised my head, glaring at Chloe. "Chloe, I warn you, my father is a powerful man. If you hurt me or my mom, he won't let you go." Chloe burst out laughing. Are you stupid? You think your dad's a big shot? My dad is the richest man in Jing Harbor. Everyone knows Jing Harbor belongs to the Alexander family. You and your mom are nothing but rats in the sewer. You'll never even touch their shoes. But my last shred of hope whispered to me, my father's surname was Alexander. The Alexander family is beyond even the Tang and Zhou families. And Mrs. Alexander has been dead for years. Who the hell do you think you are, claiming that bloodline? I really am from the Alexander family. I shouted. My surname was changed later. I was originally named Emily Alexander. But when I was little, I suffered a grave illness, and my surname was changed to follow my mom's. Emily, you pathetic bitch. Chloe sneered. You even disowned your dad to survive? How shameless. Then again, your father abandoned you and your mom. Just like you, disgusting trash. You don't believe me? I have his photo in my phone. Chloe snatched my clothes, dragging me toward home. Well then, let's deal with your mom now. The car ride felt endless. Chloe kicked me out onto the ground when we arrived. She had hired thugs to smash my mom's tofu stall. My mom's eyes reddened as she shielded me in her arms. She picked up a kitchen knife, the blade glinting coldly. No one touches my daughter, she screamed. But Chloe just waved her hand. Several men rushed forward, pinning my mom's wrists. The knife was kicked to the ground. Both of us were forced down. Chloe grabbed a blade and pressed it against my mom's face, taunting her. You slut, you look just like a whore. Your daughter Emily seduces men, and you, with your tofu shop, who knows what dirty things you do to earn money. Like mother, like daughter, rotten to the core. The knife scratched across my mom's face, leaving a shallow line of blood. I broke free with all my strength, ramming into Chloe to push her away, shielding my mom. But then came a rain of fists and kicks. My mom threw herself over me, hugging my head, her eyes blazing with fury. You monsters. You will face retribution. My mom tried to call the police, but a thug snatched the phone away. Chloe stomped on my mom's hand with her sharp heel. Old hag. You dare call the cops? My godfather is a deputy chief, what the hell can you do to me? My heart ached. My mom's beautiful hands, the same hands that toiled day and night making tofu to raise me, were crushed under Chloe's heel. Chloe! I cried. Take your revenge on me. Just leave my mom alone. Chloe smiled wickedly. Emily, you don't get to choose. You deserve to die. And your mom, who failed to raise you properly, she deserves worse. Submission brought no respect. It only made the wolves hungrier. I realized I couldn't keep hiding. I had to resist. The shop's surveillance cameras are alive. If this footage goes online, how do you think everyone, including Jason, will see you? At the mention of Jason, Chloe smirked. Smash the damn cameras, she barked. You can't. I shot back. The cameras are connected to my devices. Chloe laughed suddenly, grabbing a hot hair straightener. She clamped it down on my skin, searing flesh filling the room with a sickening stench. If you're dead, no one will ever find out. But letting you die too quickly, that would be boring. The agony tore through me, making me nearly black out. My mom struggled beneath the thugs holding her down, her throat hoarse from screaming. Bastards! That's my daughter, my precious daughter. How dare you be so cruel? Don't worry, Chloe sneered. It'll be your turn soon. One of the thugs punched the back of my mom's head, making her spit blood as she fell to the ground. Chloe yanked her hair up. Bitch, you want to die so badly? Then listen, Emily's lost her scholarship, her admission, and her reputation. That was all my doing. My mom's body trembled violently, tears crashing to the floor. She had spent 18 years raising me, sharing countless long nights, knowing my dreams. And Chloe had destroyed it all. You vile creatures. You've ruined my daughter's future. You deserve hell. For the first time in my life, I saw my gentle mom unleash terrifying strength. She lunged forward, biting into Chloe's neck. Chloe screamed in pain, but the thugs retaliated, kicking my mom's abdomen brutally. "Mom!" I cried. "Call Dad. He's the only one who can save us." Through pain and tears, my mom nodded. But her phone had been smashed. Chloe picked it up with a smirk. "Oh? You want to call someone to deal with me? How scary." "Emily," Chloe sneered, holding up the phone. "Strip. Say you're a whore. Admit you seduced Jason. Then maybe, you get the phone." She was going to record everything. If I gave in, I was dead anyway. If I resisted, I might still have a chance. "Emily," my mom screamed in despair. "No. I was wrong. I was too weak. I've been running away from my past, running away from Alexander. You don't deserve this suffering." Chloe burst into manic laughter. "Alexander, the name of the man who ruled Jing Harbor, both the black and white worlds. You? A tofu seller? And you dare mention Alexander's name? He's just a man with 2 legs. Nothing special." Chloe grew bolder, smashing my mom's head against a table. Blood poured down her forehead. "Alexander comes here? Huh. You wouldn't even know how you died. You're not afraid? Then go ahead, call him." Her arrogance worked against her. In anger, she tossed the phone at my mom. With trembling fingers, my mom dialed a number she still remembered by heart. The line rang. Then, despair. No answer. Chloe sneered, slapping my mom across the face. "Bitch. As if Alexander would know someone like you." My mom stubbornly dialed again. This time, the call connected. "Alexander," she screamed. "Come here now. Or we're finished forever." Almost instantly, the phone went dead. We didn't know if my father had heard her plea. Chloe's eyes glinted with cruelty. "Emily, this game is over." Cold sweat drenched my back. The shop door was locked, every exit blocked. Chloe was finally going to kill us. My mom stroked my hair gently, whispering in my ear, "Today is our wedding anniversary. Alexander will come." I clenched my fists, forcing myself to stay conscious. Besides Alexander, I was waiting for someone else. And then, the door burst open. The door slammed open. It was Jason. His gaze swept past me and landed on Chloe. "You did this?" My heart froze instantly. Jason had come, but he was alone. And he wasn't here to save me. Chloe rushed to him, clinging to his arm coquettishly. "Jason, I did this for you. Emily rejected you, she deserves to die." Of course. Without Jason's silent approval, Chloe would never have dared torment me so brazenly. Jason didn't even look at me. His tone was cold. "Don't go too far. The Zhou family won't clean up your mess." He stood aside, as if the boy who once chased me with passionate words had never existed. Those sweet words still echoed in my mind. "Emily, date me. I'll give you the best in the world. We'll go to university together. I'll marry you and make you the happiest girl alive." Chloe buried her head in Jason's chest. "Jason, Emily's trying to use surveillance to blackmail us. Burn it. Burn it all. Then there'll be no evidence." My father already agreed. "Jason, we'll go study abroad together." Jason pinched my chin cruelly, lighting a cigarette and pressing the burning tip against my neck. "Emily, you've got no taste. Don't blame me." He ordered Chloe coldly, "Finish her cleanly." Chloe's men found gasoline in the kitchen. They poured it everywhere. My mom and I were tied up, unable to move. Then, someone knocked at the door urgently. "Emily. Are you home?" My heart skipped a beat. It was Daniel, our neighbor, who was applying to the Armed Police University. I had secretly dialed my emergency contact with my smartwatch earlier. Daniel was strong. Even if he couldn't save us, at least he could call the police. But the door was locked from inside. Jason pressed a knife against my mom's neck. Daniel's voice grew anxious. "Emily. Are you in trouble?" The blade dug deeper. Blood gushed from my mom's throat. I had no choice. "Daniel, I'm fine. I just ate spicy chicken from East Street, and my stomach hurts. I need to rest." Daniel paused. Then answered, "All right, get some rest." His footsteps faded. Jason sneered and tore at my clothes. "Emily, you refused me for that neighbor boy? You bastard." I spat. Jason grinned twistedly. "If I take you here, will that boy lose his mind?" He began undressing me. "Jason, no." Chloe suddenly screamed. "You can't do this." Jason whipped her across the face with a leather belt. "Don't you dare tell me what to do." His laugh was chilling, mad. My mom struggled, frantic. She lunged to knock him over. But Jason was tall and strong. He pinned her down with ease, his eyes sick with lust. "You want some too? Get in line." Hatred consumed me. For 18 years, my mom and I only had each other. She was everything to me. If this was how it ended, I would take him with me. I shut my eyes and threw myself forward, sinking my teeth into Jason's carotid artery. Blood gushed. Chloe panicked, fumbling for a knife. She stabbed toward my back. The door burst open again. Daniel had returned. He kicked the knife from Chloe's hand. He remembered, I could never eat spicy food. If I claimed I had, it meant danger. And he came back, just in time to save me. "Damn it!" Jason roared. "One man? You think you can save anyone?" Fury twisted his face. Anyone who ruined his plans would suffer. Daniel, trained as a military candidate, was taller and stronger. He slammed his elbow into Jason's nose. Blood sprayed as Jason collapsed. "Kill him!" Jason screamed. The thugs swarmed Daniel, surrounding him. He fought fiercely, taking several men down. But he was soon bleeding heavily. Jason staggered up, seizing my throat with bloodied hands. "You want her dead?" Sweat and blood mixed on Daniel's face. His eyes burned with desperation as he muttered through clenched teeth. "Jason. You bully Emily, you'll pay with your life." Chloe, hiding behind, suddenly grabbed a knife and lunged at Daniel. "Watch out!" I screamed. It happened too fast. Daniel couldn't dodge. Crash! The knife clattered to the ground. A man in a black suit had appeared from nowhere, twisting Chloe's wrist and forcing her to the floor. Then, dozens of suited men stormed in, filling the room with overwhelming force. The man in front wore an immaculate tailored suit, his aura dark and commanding. Chloe shrieked hysterically. "Bastard! Do you know who I am? If you want to survive in Jing Harbor, let me go." Jason's eyes widened, trembling violently. Because the man standing there was Alexander. The ruler of Jing Harbor. The man who controlled both black and white worlds. Jason collapsed to the ground, trembling like a dying dog. The man before him was none other than Alexander, the ruler of Jing Harbor, feared and respected by both black and white worlds. Jason prayed desperately that Alexander was just passing by. But Alexander's eyes swept across the room, and when they landed on my mom, Sophia, his fury exploded. With one brutal kick, he sent the thug holding her flying across the room. "Sophia!" He rushed forward, cradling her in his trembling arms. His eyes brimmed with disbelief, overflowing with sorrow and guilt. Hot tears rolled down his face. "I'm sorry, Sophia. I failed to protect you." Seeing the wounds covering her body, his expression twisted with anguish. It must hurt so much. But Sophia stared at him with hatred through her pain. "Alexander, if you destroy the demons who bullied your daughter, then I'll remarry you." Alexander turned to me, his eyes soft for the first time. Emily. Daddy will get revenge for you. A blood-deep connection pulsed inside me. From the moment I saw him, I knew, he was my father. You filthy scum, Alexander roared, his voice shaking the walls. How dare you hurt my wife and daughter? You don't deserve to live. Jason's face drained of all color. He dropped to his knees, crawling in terror. Mr. Alexander. Forgive me. It was Chloe who forced me, I never meant to harm Emily. Even Chloe froze, finally realizing who this man was. She had heard of him her whole life, the Alexander family's power dwarfed her own family like an ant. Mr. Alexander, I didn't know Emily was your daughter. Please, spare me. But Alexander's face was already stormy dark, wiping blood from Sophia's face with a silk handkerchief, his hands trembling with rage. You destroyed everything. Do you know how long I begged Sophia to meet me again? You ruined it all. He demanded coldly, whose hands hurt her face and abdomen. Chloe's legs gave way. She was shoved forward by his men. With a mere glance from Alexander, his bodyguards used their blades to carve across her face. Her once delicate beauty was shredded, dripping with blood until her features were unrecognizable. The gangsters were hacked with hundreds of shallow cuts, kept alive, but screaming in agony. And the burns and cuts on my daughter's body? Alexander's voice thundered like a death sentence. Jason collapsed, shivering violently. Due to him, Alexander said flatly, what he did to my daughter. 100 times worse. His men pulled out electric batons and lashed Jason's body. His screams were muffled as blood and foam poured from his mouth. His skin split with every strike. Then came the hot coals, shoved into Jason and Chloe's mouths. Their voices shredded into hoarse, broken shrieks. The punishment went on, whips, fire, searing pain. They hovered on the edge of death, but weren't allowed to die. Finally, Alexander waved his hand impatiently. Jason and Chloe, faces ruined, crawled like beaten dogs, trying to reach me. Emily, please, spare us. Before Jason's bloodied hands could touch me, Daniel kicked him flying. Emily, let's throw them into the river. Let the fish eat them. Alexander looked at me. His voice softened. Emily, it's your choice. I clenched my fists. Dad, I'll listen to you. Sophia stirred weakly in his arms, her hands trembling as they touched his face. For the first time, Alexander's icy eyes turned tender. Sophia. I promised I wouldn't kill again. Please, don't leave me. I'll do anything. But they hurt you. They hurt Emily. I can't forgive them. Sophia grabbed his collar, her eyes blazing. Alexander, my daughter has suffered too much. I don't want to see these demons ever again. Jason and Chloe were dragged away, leaving bloody trails across the floor. Sophia was unconscious for days. Alexander never left her side. When she awoke, he sent her yellow tulips, the flowers she loved most. Do you still mean it, Sophia? His voice trembled. Will you remarry me? This man who had ruled empires now knelt before her, desperate for forgiveness. Mom, I whispered, Dad helped me get my scholarship and admission back. He's trying to make things right. I wanted her to be happy. She had suffered too much. Alexander clasped both our hands, his eyes pleading. Come home. Both of you. I won't let anyone hurt you again. Sophia hesitated. But Emily. Alexander pulled me close. Emily is my daughter. She will be the Alexander heiress. Everything I own will one day be hers. He dropped to one knee, producing a diamond ring. Marry me, Sophia. Let me protect you and Emily. Everything I am, everything I own, it's all yours. Sophia's heart wavered. She had once faked her death to escape the Alexander family, believing he didn't love her. But now, his tears, his pleas, proved otherwise. She nodded slowly. Yes. Alexander wept openly, clutching her as if he'd never let go again. The Alexander estate was vast and suffocating. The first time Alexander brought us back, Margaret, his adoptive mother, turned pale as a sheet. Alexander. Sophia betrayed you years ago. That child is a bastard. They're after our fortune. Alexander shielded us firmly. Mom, Sophia is my wife. Emily is my daughter. Tomorrow, I'll announce it publicly. Anyone who dares stop me, I'll destroy them. Margaret's face hardened. Fine. Bring Sophia back. But the child stays out. She tried to drag me out of the house. Sophia pushed forward, her voice cold. Emily is my daughter. No one will harm her. Alexander's eyes blazed. He took my hand in one, Sophia's in the other. Mom, you're old and confused. If you can't accept her, move out. From that day, I became the official daughter of the Alexander family. But being an heiress wasn't easy. Margaret plotted constantly. She insulted my mom behind closed doors, sabotaged me in public, even tried to cut me off from Daniel. But I was no longer weak. With hidden cameras and recording devices, I gathered evidence. On her 50th birthday, at her grand banquet, I revealed her crimes to the world. Everyone saw Margaret admitting she had tampered with my mom's brakes years ago, trying to kill her. The mask she wore for decades shattered. Alexander's eyes went red with rage. Anyone who harms Sophia will answer to me. Police dragged Margaret away in handcuffs. From then on, my mom was treated like a queen. Alexander gave her endless love, spoiling her as if she were the most precious jewel on earth. At my graduation, he arrived with her in a luxury car, beaming with pride. As I stood on stage, tears blurred my vision. Sophia, thank you for giving me life. I'll always want to be your daughter, even in the next life. Alexander gave me all his shares in the Alexander Group. Then he took Sophia abroad to travel the world together, their love rekindled after 18 years apart. I stayed behind to manage the company. One evening, as I returned home driving a Maserati, Daniel was waiting at my door with a bouquet. Emily, happy first wedding anniversary. He had proposed after graduation. At first, I thought I could never love again. But Mom encouraged me. Try, Emily. Daniel is a good man. He'll cherish you. And if it doesn't work, you can leave. I'll always be your shield. The sunlight was warm. My husband stood by my side. The pain of the past began to fade. My life had finally found peace. Mom had sacrificed her first half of life for me. For the rest of her life, I would give her happiness.